All right, welcome back to another one of our film reviews. Today we are talking Las Vegas Raiders rookie tackle DJ Glaze. Glaze put forth a solid performance against the Denver Broncos. I think he's got a real bright future in this Raiders offense, and we'll break down today exactly why. As always, if you appreciate this content, give us a like, give us any comments with any feedback you might have. But without further ado, let's jump right into the film. All right, we're going to open up with a passing play. There is Glaze right there at right tackle for the Raiders, of course. This is a passing situation. You can tell by the width of these defensive tackles. You see how wide they are offset. The guards are normally lined up head on. Number 98, I believe, right here. He normally would be a 3 technique on the outside shoulder of the guard, and this edge rusher would normally be much closer to the tackle right here. But it's a passing situation, so they're all about creating that width so they can get a good pass rush angle. Now, anytime you're going to be a tackle in this situation, a passing situation, you're on an island. It's like a corner one-on-one. You got to have great technique, great kick step, maintain a great relationship between you and the defender, give your quarterback an opportunity to make a good read and a good throw. DJ Glaze does a great job right here. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see Glaze right there, one-on-one on number 0 for the Denver Broncos. Let's start with his kick step right there. Foot in the ground quickly, get some depth. I like that. His shoulders are turned. I really don't love that technically so much, but I like his relationship between himself and the edge rusher. You can see he doesn't get too far upfield. See how his head right there is kind of inside and up the field of this edge rusher, protects the inside bull rush, the speed to power move. That's a big threat. Does a great job with his hands, great extension. He's got good long arms, keeps the defender at bay, allows the quarterback Minshew in this situation to have a nice clean pocket from Glaze's perspective, interior and on the left side. Raiders offensive line doesn't do spectacularly, but Glaze does a really nice job. Minshew can get rid of the ball with a positive gain. Again, Glaze, rookie, early season action already. He's doing a really nice job. Number 0 for the Denver Broncos. He's a very solid player in his own right, a veteran, but you wouldn't know it going against Glaze. Nice work for the rookie. All right, let's take a look at it from the wide copy. You're going to get a great look at Glaze's depth and his patience here. Watch him to get his kick step. See how he's back on his heels a little bit. That's not bad. See how he protects his inside. See that relationship. He doesn't get too far up the field, doesn't surrender the inside pass rush move, uses his hands very well. This is a great look at it right down the line. You can see how his head is upfield with number 0s. It forces the defensive lineman to basically kind of work out, then work back. He's got nowhere to go. Minshew can deliver the football. Nice work again by DJ Glaze. All right, going with the running game now. There is Glaze at right tackle, of course, for the Raiders. So this is going to be an interesting play design here for Las Vegas. We're going to get kind of a reach block, but more of a kick out block right here by Glaze on this edge rusher. We're going to get a reach block here. The center is going to go off the heels of this defensive lineman to try and cut off this linebacker. Then we're going to get backside cutoffs right here. And this running back 22, he's going to take the path right here. Now, the way I think it's really supposed to work out is Glaze is supposed to work out and get some movement this direction, and they're reading 66's block. If 66 reaches him, running back runs right behind him. If this defensive lineman goes this way, the running back will cut right behind just like that. Folks, I want you guys to watch these 3 up here. Really nice job here by the Raiders. Unfortunately, an egregious penalty is missed. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see Glaze working out. You can see 66. He reaches the defensive lineman. Nice work. 68's on the center. There's the hole, 16 inside. They got hats on hats. This is a chance to be a really nice play. Look at this. This is really good across the board. Even the backside guard, the rookie, Powers Johnson here, does just a good enough job cutting off the backside. There's the hole, looking at Glaze specifically. I love how he gets out of this edge rusher. Again, head in the right spot, turns him, works him upfield. Really good job right there. His butt's in the hole a little bit. I'd love a little bit more movement, but at this point, you're just trying to basically create this seal to allow the running back to run right behind you. But folks, I want you to watch the inside foot of number 15 right here as he's getting blocked up right there. That's tripping. That's 15 yards. That's egregious. That should have been called. Instead, officials missed it, and it goes down as a gain of about just 2 yards. Obviously, the Raiders played very poorly against the Denver Broncos. No excuses there. But stuff like this frustrates me. When you do a great job blocking it up front, when you get a good block out there, you get a good reach block there, you get hats on hats, you got a chance for a huge play. Running back can squeeze through here, either cut behind 68 or hit the perimeter for a really big run. Instead, he gets tripped up and falls down because of an egregious penalty. I hate this stuff. It has to be called. This is inexcusable from an officiating perspective. But if you look at the Raiders' offensive line, I know it was a tough game against Denver, but plays like this should give you optimism for the future.
Yeah, Nate, can we talk about optimism for the future? I think in this run blocking play, we have optimism for DJ Glaze, a guy traditionally not known as the world's best run blocker. He's known for a lot of stuff, but not that. And I think he's done pretty admirable this season, being thrust in the lineup week 3 and on. being in that 58 run blocking grade. He's almost in the 60s already. A guy not known to be a run blocker, getting thrust into the lineup, kind of unprepared, really coming out here, doing a really great job in the run blocking game. I think we're going to see a lot of growth by DJ Glaze this season. And I think seeing early good signs in the run blocking game is a sign that this guy could be really, really something special in the future.
All right, talking about stuff Glaze is traditionally known for, we're talking about pass pro, one-on-one pass pro. There's Glaze at right tackle. He's going to be one-on-one pass protection situation right here on this edge rusher, number 52 for the Denver Broncos. Again, in space right here, he's got a lot of width. Glaze has to be very patient. He has to have good technique because 52 could beat him with an outside rush. He could go through with speed to power, or you go inside move. You're one-on-one in this situation right here. If you're going to be a quality tackle, you've got to do a good job. I call this a check the box kind of play. Glaze checks the box. Let's check it out. All right, there's the snap. You can see one-on-one pass protection showing up across the board on the left side right there with Glaze. We're going to see the center helping that right guard right there. Let's look at 71 Glaze's technique right here. Again, good kick step right there. Good, good, good. He turns his shoulders a little bit earlier than I would like, but overall decent technique. Uses his hands, kind of misses his hands, recalibrates, hunkers down, shuts down the defender, the edge rusher right at the edge. That's not bad, right? You can see where the quarterback's trying to set up in the pocket. Aiden O'Connell kind of shifts a little bit to the right there. He's supposed to be right on the hash. So right here, if I freeze it, this is where Glaze shuts down the pass rush. Quarterback would normally be right here on the hash. Edge rusher, nowhere near him, right? Good job. Again, one-on-one pass rush situation. It's never going to be perfect, certainly not for a rookie. This is nice work by number 71. You'd like a little bit better left tackle, gives up a little rush inside, even though he does wash him down. Then Aiden O'Connell has to escape, maybe a little earlier than he had to there, ends up trying to force it down the field. Again, quarterback position is a problem for the Raiders, but offensive line with young pieces like 58, like 71, he's doing pretty good, guys. He's got a chance to be a really nice player. We're showing a lot of stuff in the run game. Some stuff he does need to work on, but in terms of pass protection, he already looks like a great player in this Raiders offense. All right, now we're going to go over something Glaze. There he is right there. Now we're going to go over something Glaze definitely needs to work on. So the Raiders here are going to run a trap concept. They're going to get this running back flying this direction, tight end working out this way, backside tackle anchoring down and securing the edge rusher. Center is going to work back. This guard here is going to pull and kick out number 98 for the Denver Broncos. The right guard is going to work up to the backside linebacker. Glaze is going to work this way and then try and go off the heels to get on number 40 right here. So the whole concept behind this is you're going to get a seal here with this pulling guard and then get a seal here and then a seal here on this linebacker. So you're going to get a seal there. Running back's going to flow that way. This running back's going to take the handoff and hit through just like that. It's not an easy block for the right tackle in this situation. You got to find a way to get vertical, to get past 98, and then get flat. Unfortunately, Glaze doesn't do a great job, but I think it's something he'll clean up in the future. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see right there the backside guard pulling. You can see the running back going out in motion right there. Tight end working out. Backside tackle anchoring down. Center blocking back right there. You can see 66 right here. He's going to work up to the backside linebacker. Not bad. Glaze right here. He gets caught up in the trash. Say he kind of runs in that defensive tackle, throws him off. He's got to get his head on a swivel and pick up 40 right there. He's the guy making the play in the hole, right? Imagine if Glaze avoids this trash just a little bit and gets on 40. That's the last guy, right? Imagine if Glaze is head up on 40. Running back has a chance to hit this seam right here with only the safety to beat for it to be a touchdown. Again, new guy, new scheme, rookie. I get that. Timing is going to be perfect, but this is something you got to work on. He's a little slow off the football. I think he wasn't sure of his assignment. I like his mindset in terms of maybe trying to go off the heels, but honestly, I think this is a mental mistake. I think he thinks it's double team and then recognizes at the last second that it's not, and then tries to go upfield. This is something Glaze has to correct. Mistakes like this will cost the Raiders close games when they play him down the stretch. He's a really talented player. He's got a bright future. He's got to clean up mistakes like this in the future.
Yeah, and again, you talked about mistakes you need to clean up. Well, it's about time I'll bring it up as well. Nothing too big, because I think he did a really great job in the preseason. 70+ snaps in the preseason. 0 penalties for DJ Glaze. This season, now I know the Raiders offensive line, just as a team, they haven't been spectacular this season. Everybody could do a little bit better, but 3 penalties already through this season on DJ Glaze isn't good. You talk about things that can lose close games. You talk about things that can kill drives. Penalties is on that sheet as well as missing assignments nonetheless. So I think this is something DJ Glaze, maybe a little bit of nerves. He got to clean it up, but I think 3 penalties, not acceptable at this point in the season, but it's something we look at his record during the preseason. Hopefully he can have some clean play down the stretch.
All right, next play here, it's going to be a screen game, a wide receiver screen out to the left side of your screen, the offensive left for the Raiders. So they're going to bring this wide receiver in motion across right here, and they're going to get two offensive linemen, Glaze and the guard out here right in space, and you can't see Brock Bowers. He's over here as well. He's going to be the lead blocker. This is a situation right here where this is so close to being a touchdown. The Raiders are literally one block away. They can't get it done. Glaze, for his part, does a nice job getting out in space, getting hat on a hat. Let's check it out. There's the motion. There's a snap. You can see the right tackle Glaze in the center, guard's a little late getting out there. You can see right here, they're in a good situation. They got tied in right there to get on 21 if he can get. They got Glaze coming out to get on the safety. Right there, he's on him. Right? They got the center pulling around. They pick up number 40. Look at this potential seam, folks. It's a chance to be a touchdown. One-on-one on the safety. I trust the receiver to make a miss. They've got hats on hats. It's a great play call, right? Going back to the original design. They got the receiver coming in motion. They're bringing DBs and linebackers, following the running back in motion. It's a good design. They've got blockers in space, but Brock Bowers can't make the play, right? Glaze out in space. He does a good job. Guard turning around, gets a piece of the linebacker. That would have been enough. But because Brock Bowers right here couldn't make the block, ends up being a gain of what, like a foot. This was the Raiders' story the entire game against the Denver Broncos. One block away, one play away. They've got hats on hats. They've got a chance for a big play here. DJ Glaze, again, to his credit, gets out in space and does a decent job getting on the DB. Going forward, if the Raiders want to turn it around, they've got to execute as a team. They've got to piece it together. They've got the talent to do it. Now it's about execution going forward. All right, going back to the running game, there's DJ Glaze at right tackle. This is an example of what I'm talking about. The Raiders, almost to a man, do a perfect job, but one guy screws it up, and it turns what could have been a successful play into a disappointing play. This is just going to be old school power football inside. This is just awesome stuff to watch for anyone loves good old-fashioned physical football. We're going to get basically a base block there, center working to help here, working to linebacker, base block here, base block here, base block here, working up to the next level. Glaze, it's going to help a little bit there, then work up to 55. Heavy tackle, right? This tackle lining up as a tight end is basically one-on-one and 98. And these two guys, the tight end and the receiver in motion, they're basically working to pick up these two guys right here for the Denver Broncos. Again, as you'll notice, it's hats on hats. And the Raiders across the board do a really nice job with patience. They get good blocks in good situations. Running back has a chance, but one guy, the right guard, gets beat, and it blows up the entire play. Disappointing result for the Raiders, but Glaze does a good job in his own right. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see right there. Everyone's man-on-man across the board. Look at the timing. Look at Glaze and look at the center right here. See how they're kind of slow playing it, just putting their feet in the ground slow? It's all about timing their blocks. That way when the running back hits the hole, they got hats on hats. And you can see the Raiders got it. Hat on hat, 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 across the board. They've got blocks on everybody. This has a chance to be a really solid physical run. Even if it's only 5, 6, 7 yards, they've got a chance. And maybe they can squirt through a hole here for a huge play. Maybe they can cut back this way and get out in space. But here's the problem. Let's look at the right guard right here. Gets in 97, gets walked back, thrown aside. He makes a tackle, no gain. Again, there's a chance for a cutback. There's a chance to work through this hole and work down the hash for a big run, but your right guard, one player gets beat. DJ Glaze does his job perfectly. I love the patience. I love the fact he's getting his feet in the ground with a good base. Gets on the linebacker, hat in the hat, drives him, gets some movement. That's all you need. You should be by the linebacker right now attacking the secondary. Everyone else is doing a good job. This is the problem with the Raiders. I'm going to keep saying it until it makes your ears bleed. They've got the talent. They execute 10 of 11 guys every snap, but it seems like every other snap a different player screws up. This time it's the right guard. Going forward, I think the Raiders can be a good football team. I think DJ Glaze has proven himself to be a quality tackle both this season and for the future, but they just got to be more consistent. They're really close. They just have to clean it up.
Yeah, Nick, and I think there's an interesting aspect about DJ Glaze, going on a little bit of a different tangent here, is that he brings a lot to the table. There are some things he needs to clean up, but I see what the Raiders see in him. I think one interesting thing that some people might not know is that this is a guy who's very versatile. He played 1,000 snaps plus at both left tackle and right tackle in college. So this is a guy you like to have on your team. You see him in the right tackle spot filling in here, doing a very good job on this film review, but he also can fill in at the left tackle spot, having so much practice there as well. So again, versatile guy. I think he has a couple of key things he needs to clean up, refine his game a little bit, but overall, you can see the promise and you can see what the Raiders see in a guy like DJ Glaze.
All right, sticking with the running game, there's DJ Glaze, of course, at right tackle today for the Las Vegas Raiders. It's going to be a standard zone blocking scheme to the offensive right, the left side of your screen. They're going to take the tight end. He's going to come across the formation. kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage, and everyone else is just going to take standard zone paths, right? Glaze is working up to the defensive end. This right guard's working up to base and reach that defensive tackle. This center right here, he's going to take a zone step this way and see who comes into his gap, whether it's defensive lineman slanting, linebacker filling, whoever it may be. We're going to get a backside cutoff attempt by this guard. We're going to get the tackle working to potentially take over that defensive tackle. If this defensive tackle disappears inside, then he works up to linebacker. Again, standard zone stuff. And once again, 5 of the 6 guys up front for the Raiders, counting the tight end as one of those guys, does a really nice job. One guy can't do his job. It results in a minimal gain. Again, Glaze does well. Most of these guys do well. Let's check out the play. But again, I'm going to keep saying it. The Raiders just need to get more consistent. All right, we get some motion there. There's a snap. You can see right there, tight end kicks out the end man on the line of scrimmage. This guy decides to jump around the block, which means he's out of the play. That's fine right there. Kind of a selfish play by 15. He'll get chewed out by his coaches. Let's look at it up front here. Glaze gets on 0, drives him. Great job there. Great punch. That's all you need right there. There's a good opportunity. Let's look at this right guard right here. Gets on 99. That's not great, but he gives you guys a chance. You can see the hole right here. Here's where the hole's going to show up. Let's look at the center right here. He checks his gap. No one's coming. Gives a little help on 93, then gets on 40. Perfect job by James, the center. Great work. Now let's go to the rookie on the backside. You've got to cut this guy off. And he just can't get it done. Ends up being a minimal run. Right? Backside tackle. 93 disappears, gets on the linebacker. This is perfect. They got hats on hats. It's going to be a great play. At least 5-6 yards, getting up to where this right 5-yard denominator is right here. But because they can't get the backside defensive tackle blocked, it's a minimal gain. This was the story. Again, I know I've said it a million times. Glaze, nice job. Does a good job there. Right guard, good enough there. Center, good work. Backside tackle, good work. Tight end, good enough. One guy doesn't do his job, and it's a minimal run. The Raiders have the talent, and Glaze is one of those guys. He's got a great punch. Boom, that's not bad, right? Stays on him. Again, not known for a run blocker. He's not a road grader, but he fights through it, stays on him. Feisty guy, doesn't let go of his block. I love that from a young guy. Show some feistiness, show some effort, toughness. This is good work from DJ Glaze and good work from a lot of guys up front. The Raiders just have to get more consistent. If we get better play across the board and more consistent play, this is a winning football team. I don't think they're a bad team. They just need to be more consistent. But DJ Glaze specifically, his career is off to a strong start. Again, from the wide copy, you can take a look at this right here. They get hats on hats. There's a chance right there. You can see where this hole is going to break out. You can see the running back wants to work through here. You've got a receiver up here for the safety. It's 1-on-1 on the corner right here because DJ Glaze is doing a great job getting on number 0, the edge rusher, gets on him, shocks him, keeps working, keeps fighting, throws him around a little bit. Again, good physical nature. Great job from the tackle. We just need more consistent play across the board from this Raiders offensive line. All right, we're going to end on my favorite play from DJ Glaze all game long, and one of the more impressive plays I've seen the entire season from any young offensive lineman. This is going to be a pass rush situation. You can see here the Denver Broncos have walked up a lot of people. We've got 3 down guys on the right, 2 walked up linebackers, and another guy you can't see right there on the far edge of your screen. This is designed to confuse the Raiders offensive line. What the Raiders end up doing is they have their offensive line take the gap to their left right here, the right side of your screen across the board, and the tight end is going to be 1-on-1 on the backside with this edge rusher in this situation. Again, DJ Glaze, he's responsible for this gap. He does a great job because these guys back away, no one's in there. He looks for work and gives his quarterback a chance. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see the linebackers disappear. You can see right there, number 0 going to the tight end. Everyone up front from the Raiders took a gap to their left. Look at DJ Glaze. He's working to his gap. Nice job. Sees 97, picks him up. But here's what I really love. Right here at the corner of his eye, he sees 0. Brock Bowers got beat. 0's got a kill shot on Gardner Minshew. This is going to be a sack fumble. DJ Glaze peels off, gets a piece of him. Minshew can throw the football. Fortunately, Jacoby Myers drops the pass. I believe that was Myers. But I tell you what, from DJ Glaze, this is awesome. You talk about recognizing and reacting. He knows he's got this gap. 97 comes. He picks him up. He sees another pass rusher come and gets just enough of him. Folks, this is winning football from DJ Glaze. Look, I know he's in there because of an injury. I want to see more of this from every Raiders offensive lineman. This is awesome. This is helping your team out, recognizing your assignment. Okay, right here, this is your job. This is good work. But helping out your team, doing the extra plays to win is recognizing, oh my gosh, an edge rusher is going to kill my quarterback. Let me peel off and get a piece of him to protect him, and you do a great job. Awesome work. This is outstanding from DJ Glaze.
Yeah, and again, I think we undoubtedly saved the best for last from DJ Glaze. This is what he's known for, folks. This is a guy all throughout college, high 80s pass blocking grade. Done a great job early. Raiders offensive line, him being thrust in due to injury. I've said that a bunch of times. I think it's important to note that, though. Doing an admirable job, 67 pass blocking grade. I think he can get up there. I think we've seen what he was able to do in college, a guy known as a pass blocking phenom. He's doing a really great job so far, but you see flashes like this, and I think you see why he was known as a great pass blocker. Really receptive in the pass blocking game, doing a really great job right here on this play.